Hi, welcome back to the series on the importance of building relationships with infants. I'm Mary Quest, the content coordinator for Town Square at Erickson Institute. In this segment, we're going to look at the multi-age setting as the context for building relationships with infants. Older children can be helpful and can learn a lot about empathy and relationships when they observe and participate in relationship building with infants. Depending upon the ages of the other children that you have in your care, it might be appropriate to involve them in some of the caregiving routines. It's important that they're interested and willing to engage in things like feeding, playing with, or reading a book to an infant, rather than having that be the expectation. Older infants who have an increased capacity for interaction are likely to enjoy having older children playing with them. And then older children might be able to see themselves as caring, helpful, and responsible when they're able to effectively interact with an infant, which is important for their own understanding of themselves. It can help older children to know that the infant is in the stage where they're learning to communicate and that they're less able to wait and that they really have a strong need to feel safe, which is why it's important for the caregiver to prioritize responding to the infant first, while at the same time acknowledging that the needs of these other children are also important. Routines can be a good way for the infant to feel a sense of consistency, but they're equally important for older children as well because it gives them a sense of what to expect and sort of some structure to how the day will go. When you have the environment set up and the supplies you need for infant care prepared and ready as the day begins, this is extremely helpful for managing multiple age groups throughout your day. So you might keep diaper changing supplies in different parts of your environment. So you might have a basket to take outside with you as well as some space in your indoor area. Keeping baskets or containers that have things like burp cloths, blankets, infant appropriate toys in some different locations of your home can also allow you to be able to quickly arrange a floor space to accommodate the infant as older children are working with other toys or materials in the same area. When you have materials that infants can use accessible to you or to a crawling infant, it can also allow you to have more ability to interact with the older children. Having the materials and supplies ready for the day, like your bottles and dishes and utensils that you'll need for infant feeding, having them all clean and ready to go in the morning can really help set you up for a smoother day. Keeping the stroller or the carrier or diaper bag stocked with the supplies that you might need to be ready to go out and for a neighborhood walk or a trip to a nearby park can help save wait time for the older children. And keeping baskets or containers that you can throw toys that have been put into an infant's mouth, that you can throw those in there and sanitize them later. Keep a little basket in the corner of the room. That can help you just to keep track of what needs to be cleaned at the end of the day and minimize spreading germs. When you're planning activities, try to think about experiences that would be interesting and appealing to multiple age groups. So this includes things like reading books, music activities, movement and dancing, or variations of hide and seek. If you think about it, peekaboo is really just an early version of hide and seek. Older infants and toddlers enjoy searching out hidden objects, and preschool and school-age children enjoy hiding themselves and being found. So in these images, you can see children exploring with flashlights, which is really fascinating for older children, but also for the infant that's part of the group. The earliest way we learn is with our senses, and sensory experiences continue to be interesting across childhood and even into adulthood. The youngest children are making sense of that sensory input and learning about what makes up the world around them, while older children are learning how to manipulate materials and what it's possible to do with them. They're posing and solving problems. In this way, providing sensory experiences for children can really be appropriate for all ages. Outdoor play also is stimulating to the senses and allows for more freedom of movement for children of all ages. So sharing experiences like these helps children form relationships with each other and with their caregiver. Thank you for joining us for this Learn, Share, and Grow series. We hope that you will check out some of our other professional development and resources that are available on Town Square.